Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of trend lines. This is standard 8.5D in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 21 off the 2019 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we've got students recording the total number of pages and chapters in each of several books on the scatter plot. So we've got total number of pages, the y-axis, total number of chapters. Now, even though there's not an identical number of pages in each chapter, it does make sense. Look, as your number of pages increases, since most chapters are kind of near the same length, does make sense that this total number of pages is going to correlate with a total number of chapters increasing. So it's got a rising relationship there. And so it is a scatter plot. So it's not 100% linear, but we can see a trend. And so that's really what we're going to do here is we're going to draw a trend line. And we need to find a prediction for how many pages there would be with 4 chapters. So take a look. There's a gap in this data. It goes from 3 to 5. And so this trend line is going to help us make a prediction. So this prediction means it needs to be an estimate, right? This is approximately. So we're just going to estimate it. And one of these is going to make the most sense. So if you were doing this on paper, I would highly recommend either getting a ruler, edge of a book, any type of straight edge. We're going to draw a straight line. We're going to try to get it to where you see if you got 2 pieces of data clustered right there, you want to go right in between those 2. So that one at 3 is kind of standing on its own. We've got 2 pieces of data right there. You want to go in between those, kind of like it's like they're gates, and you're wanting to go right in between. So I'm going to see if I can draw a line that kind of connects a straight line. I'm going to connect it. I'm going to extend it up. I'm going to extend it back down. So it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but you're trying to go between if you've got 2 pieces of data really close together, or right next to one. Or you see we went right through that one right there at 7 and about 210. All right, so 4, where does 4 look? 4 looks like I'm a little bit below 120, and so I might call that, well, let's call that 118. It'd be a guess. That's just where my line was. So let's see what my options are. All right, so A, 150. Whoa, 4 to 150. So let's draw that right there. Yeah, that's right where 5 is. And so that would, I couldn't draw a line to pick up both this point and this point. Or if I tried, what it would end up doing is it would end up kind of curving a little bit like this and then coming back. It would kind of bow out like that. And you definitely don't want a curve. You want it to be a straight line. So it looks like that's going to be a little bit too high. My 140 is really not much better. So there's my 150. There's my 140. And that doesn't look much better. It's just bowing up a little bit too high. And you want it to be as straight a line as possible. 90, it's going to be too low, so now that's going to make it look, that would make it come bow out a little bit and then have to come back up. So I guessed 118, and look what they got here, a 120. Yeah, that works. I guess if I'd drawn it a little bit straighter, I could get my 120. And that's exactly where I thought it should be. So that is going to be our answer, D, 120 pages.